In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at Telestream Episode, and this is the demo version, so you do need to install it. And Episode is a really nice encoding software, very professional level stuff. And so we're going to take a look at how good professional level software can be. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my files and just pull them in and see if it does indeed work. So I need to be able to drag it into the batch window, and it does indeed see that file. If I were to drag in the others, just to make sure that they will all come in, it looks like they all come in almost instantaneously. So I'm going to just use the one file, though, because this is the only one I'm going to compress, and I'm going to do the same formats as before, basically. So the very first thing that we're going to look under, let's see, is I thought authoring. There it is, DVD authoring, DVD video, HD to SD. So this is the NTSC 7 megabytes per second. That's pretty much it. Now we can go to the settings editor and we can edit all sorts of stuff. Let's see if I drag this in. Let's clear that. No, I do not want to change the settings. If I go to the settings, I can drag that in, I thought, or maybe I can double click on it. Double click on it and you'll see all the different formats here that I can change. And it's really crazy what you have access to. You can change pretty much anything that you want about the video. You can change pretty much anything that you want about the audio. Metadata, streams, and you can even give it a custom description. So it's pretty amazing what you can do with these settings, and you can save this setting for later. You can see we have tons of different settings that are already here. So I'm going to use that NTSC DV setting, and if I just double click on it, it will open up. And I am going to change, of course, we're going to make sure that we only have 15 seconds that are output, and that was really easy to do. We can change anything about the video here that we might want to do, anything about the audio, of course. So I'm going to pretty much just leave it the way it is, though, because it's already set at the 7 megabytes per second. And I'm not going to really worry about the, the deinterlacing, because it's footage that shouldn't be deinterlaced. It's DVD. Now let's go for the other ones that we need. We know that we're going to need something for the web, so let's go to download. There's our flash. I'm going to go to the flash VP6. So here is a couple different settings. It looks like the VP8 6E is the one that we want. And we can see lots of different settings here. And there's one that gives me exactly what I want too. There it is. SWF. Nope, I don't want SWF. I want this one. 640 by 360. There it is. FL8 widescreen 640 by 360. And I can just drag it right in underneath. And I'm going to leave it the way it is. Now, if I go and take a look at some of the other ones here, let's see. In fact, maybe that's what I should have used. I should use the Flash Media 9. We'll use that one. It's a 640 by 360, so it's a little bit later version. Here's the H.264. I've got lots of different ones here, and they happen to have a 640 by 360 already ready for me to use. So I'll just take a look at using that one. And we've got a Windows video file, Windows Media 9, widescreen, 640 by 360 already set up for us. So it just so happens they have pretty much exactly what we wanted. And we're going to set the in and out points to be the same. So I've got my 15 seconds here. Apply that. Click on that. Make sure that it's got 15 seconds. Apply that. Could be, yeah, and we do want to do continue here. Could be that I thought that you could change the setting on all of them at once, but I guess not. Alright, we've got that. Just to check these, I am going to go back and check the audio, make sure deinterlace is on. It looks like it is. And I can choose different types of deinterlacing. There's all sorts of different ones. I'm going to leave the one as it is as a default because we just don't have time to go into all of it, just in case it doesn't work the way we want. Let's make sure the video is deinterlaced. It is. Nice thing that we could do things like brightening and contrast. So that's kind of nice. We can add a lot of different things to this video. The question is, can we see the output of that? because when we go to this video and we try to apply a sharpen or something else, I'm not really sure that you can see. Oh, there is a preview button down there, but it's not going to allow me to see the preview because of some font issue. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it and not worry about it. Widescreen video is deinterlaced, so everything's good to go, and looks like we're ready to encode. So let's go ahead and encode, and this will start encoding everything, and it will put it in a folder which is actually in the My Documents, My Videos, Episode Encoded Videos, and it's going to put all my videos here. And one of the nice things about it as well is that it actually appends the name of what you're doing with NTSC 7 megabits. So it actually tells you what codec you were kind of doing. So it just saved out the first one. It looked like that went pretty quick. And notice any of these that I've altered, I can actually quickly save as a setting. So that's pretty powerful what it can do. You can see these folders that are coming up actually allow me to open up the folder that these things are being saved in. And if I look down at the bottom on the left here, it'll even show me all the recently encoded files, and then I could play those individual files. So it's a pretty robust encoding suite, but of course it costs money. Now you can also save your settings and put them up there for later. Seems as though it's encoding pretty quickly. Just going to be patiently waiting for it to finish here. And we're at the last one, so it's at the last video. It's now saving out the Windows Media 9. If we take a look at this, we're really getting a lot smaller files here. So it definitely seems as though this is using different settings than we've done in the past. And absolutely, we can go in here and we can edit all sorts of stuff about the video, such as possibly how far it is going. Let's see, 640 by 360, frame rate 30, H.264. So here's where we come in here and change what we need. Right now it says VBR using VBV. Average bitrate is 660. So it pretty much set all this stuff for us. And this doesn't mean that we have the absolute best settings saved out, but these are pretty good, and it's even doing 2-pass encoding for us. So these are really trying to make pretty small files with nice settings. So it looks as though we're pretty much done on this. We take a look here. We've got our output of our MPEG there. We've got our FLV9 MPEG-4, so it saved out an MPEG-4 instead of a Sorensen, which I was hoping it would do. I must have chosen the FL8, and that might have been the right one to use. Might be something to go back and take a look at. H.264 widescreen, and here's our WMV widescreen. So if we take a look at these, we should see what the quality is. It seems as though when it starts in this software, I've noticed when things play back in the Windows Media Player Classic, sometimes it gets a little crunchy at the beginning, and I don't think that's really the quality of the file. But if we take a look at it, we definitely do have a little bit more crunchiness, but we have a much smaller file. I mean, at only 800K. So that's pretty cool. Here's the FLV, the H.264, I'm sorry. And one of the things I want you to notice about this H.264, this QuickTime version, this is an MOV version, is do you notice how the colors are not very saturated? So just take a look at that. It's something that I notice a lot with FLVs or H.264 when it's an MOV version. Some reason we saved that out when we did that H.264 widescreen. It saved it in the MOV format. And that's something to note for sure. So anyway, that I think is the end of using this encoding software, and let's go on to the next one.